What do I want to go with today? Let's do, let's do cedar and musk. I love those 2 cents. Happy Friday. Mmm, that's nice. I still got to get my nag champa. I still got to get those. These are okay, but they're not quite the same. And I got to pick through because the stem on many of these are thicker than the hole in my incense holder. So, yeah. You have your brands that you've been using for decades and decades, and they work. They're nice. They last long, like the fragrance lasts long, but these aren't quite the same at all. But it's better than nothing. I'm a huge incense head, always have been. So happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's chat. If you come in, say hi, hit that like button for me. And I try to remember from the people that may mention it in the comments, but if you come in and chat with me, let me know where you at. Let me know where you are located. And if you're a van dweller, I'd love to know that too. I'm not quite sure of the viewers and subscribers who are van dwellers. So let me know. When you come in, hit the like button. Let me know where you at and if you're a van dweller. So if you've been twirling my ring around, but if you watch my channel and are familiar with my videos, then you know I recently did a little mini rearranging and I like it. I have to say, I like it. It's nothing major. I just shifted this here and that there. Here's what I like. It may seem simple, but accessing with my stove being back there, it's much easier to access my stove than it was accessing my tools. What's up? What's up? Hey, somebody else. What's going on? Hey, Glenda. I'm a van dweller in Charlotte, South Carolina, or is that Charleston? Charleston, South Carolina. Charlotte is in North Carolina, right? What's good? What's good? Charleston in the castle. We got Charleston in the castle and somebody else. So yeah, it's a whole lot easier cuz see my pots and pans are right here now. And this is easy. Whereas when they were there where can you see? I can't see. Let me just try to flip it. Can I flip it? Yes. So when they were right there, when all of this was over there and my bench was right here, I would have my pillows on top of my pots and pans. And it wasn't all, hey, Rhonda. Hey, Kevin. Oh, I love when I have men subscribe. Hey, Kevin, what's good? It was easy to access my pots and pans. Um, it wasn't easy. Yeah, so I love this because it's easy to just pull my stove out. Just move the pillow. If you've seen the couple of videos I've done recently, move the pillow, boop, pull my stove out, boop, put it right here. It's perfect. I really like it. And again, working with my kettlebells, being back on top of my fitness every day, no days off, it helps to have this floor space now to get a full bend over hamstring stretch. Baby, little things like that are priceless. Who was it? Glenda. I'm sure you know. Little things like that, every little inch is prime real estate. Okay? Every little inch. And that's why also I I need some ideas. I need some ideas of what I can do. I mean, I know first of all, I got to get my solar panels put where they belong. I know that. I know. I have to get them put where they belong. And here's the thing, I have been looking for that VHB tape. You know, I do a lot of research. Very valuable. I do a lot of research. I always research things for a long time until I feel it's sufficient, and then and or until I find what I'm looking for. I don't just jump in on anything, okay? So, I've been doing research on the different brands and quality. So I saw a really good video a while ago. A guy tested a bunch of different brands of VHB tape. He did all kind of tests. Okay, he did all kind of tests, and it was great. I do have to go back and watch that video to see which brand, because I don't remember which brand that I thought would be best for what I'm going to be using it for. And I've seen other people who have used that VHB tape to put their solar panels, and not the flexible ones, the hard, heavy ones like the ones I have on top, because they too did not want to drill holes and things like that. So I've been doing my research for about a year. Yeah, because I got these when I was in the mansion. I've had these solar panels um, for about a year and a half. Yeah, about a year and a half. Maybe going on 2 years. Maybe going on 2 years. But here's the thing, it's just me, right? So I know for a fact I cannot lift these up and put them up there by myself. That I know for a fact. I'm not under any delusions of strength. I know I can't put them up there by myself. And I wouldn't even attempt it because I damn sure don't want to break them. Hey, Artie. Is that Artie? Why do? Oh my God, that's some bullshit. Somebody let me know if it's some bullshit, because I don't have time to be reading childish ass comments like that. Anyway, um, and it always just be them clowns. But yeah. So anyway, I have to get those put up. What's good? What's good? My solar panels are set up with, what is that? Nylum? Probably spelled wrong. Magnets. Oh, okay. Put them up myself 2 years ago. Haven't moved an inch. Oh, okay. Did you have a like a step stool or something? Cause these are heavy. These are heavy. Mine are heavy. I have the Renogy, and baby, still I ride. They are heavy. So and I do have the little stool, the little. I wonder if I have this little thing, and I use this to put my my shower tank. I use this. I need to step up on this and then step up on the ledge to put my shower tank up there, and I fill it to the brim. It is 6.6 gallons, which is I think 25 liters. I fill it to the brim. When I tell you I fill it to the brim, I fill it to the brim. So that bad boy is pretty heavy. So yeah. The Renigy 200 is five. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put my panels up the day before yesterday. Did you use a stool or something? Because that's my only concern. That's my only concern is the weight of them and getting them up there. Because, like I've said before, I'm always somewhere where I don't know anybody. And then, I haven't really met anybody here. So I got in a car accident, so had to take it down. Oh, to get the van repaired. I used don't spam me. Okay. Let me go back to baby. Okay, I got in a car accident, so I had to take it down to get the van repaired. I used the stool initially, but when I put them up the other day, I had no stool. You got to tilt it on. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Some people, okay, have way too much idle time on their hands, and we know what scriptures say about people with idle time on their hands. They're up to no good as always. Do not follow them. Do not be quick to follow them. Do not follow them at all, quick or slow. Yeah, idle hands, baby, always up to no good, as we see. Fucking Twitter fingers. Anyway, we ain't here for that. I'm not about to get started. I'm gonna be setting up my van this summer. Hey, Rabbit. I'm hoping at some point to get flexible solar panels down the line, down like many others have done. I do want to get some flexible ones also. I want these to stay up there, and I do want to get some flexible panels for when I'm on the ground at wherever I'm at. Yes, I intend to do that as well. No, they don't. I've heard flexible solar panels isn't the best as oh, it overheats and shortens the life of oh wow. No air gap between where they are mounted. I think they are better for just on the ground, um, once in a while use. That's what I would want to get. And that's why, well, I can't say that's why, but the fact that I have a no build is why I didn't get the flexible ones because I didn't want to risk them breaking. I didn't want to risk moving them constantly and them getting bent or broken or anything like that. Thank you, thank you. They had tassels and I'm really not into big earrings anymore. I used to be in my younger years. Now I just prefer small earrings. So I cut them off so that I could wear them. But yeah, I'd rather have small, thick gold hoops, which is going to be one of my next big investment purchases, and some solid gold studs. I love solar. Put a bunch on my trailer for camping. Yeah, because I mean, we have free access to the sun. That's my thing. We have free access to the sun. I'm not paying for things that God has granted me for free. That's just my take on it. They do. They do. I love them. They were gifted to me by one of my Instagram subscribers from the Mercedes Mansion page that I had a couple years ago. There was a panel he tested that ran over. and shot bang bangs at shot bang. Isn't it funny how we can't even talk anymore? I'm so glad I'm old enough to remember when they smoked cigarettes on television, when they cursed on television, Archie Bunker, George Jefferson. I'm so glad I'm old enough to remember even when the word modest was used instead of humble. And, I'm an avid reader and I like to know the actual meanings of things. And modest was a much more accurate when you're talking about people who have achieved. They're modest about their achievements, they're not humble. Someone who's truly humble and thinks lowly of themselves and think that they are second class, they're not achieving anything. They're not using their voice or anything. But anyway, I had to catch on when people was talking about PDF file. I'm like, what the hell? What? And it took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay. And the first time I saw unalive, like, what? So that was funny and shot bang bangs at it. And, let me just pause for a minute because I'm not with it. The reason being is it's like the affirming what's not true. You know what I mean? Don't affirm me if I want to try and tell the world that I'm a boy. And look, once again, if I lose subscribers over this, they weren't meant to be following this page anyway. But it's just like all this old soft vocabulary in an already soft environment. Like, come on. Let's just keep it 1,000 and call things what they are. This is so unethical that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm back. I just had to digress for a minute because it's comical. It is pure comedy. Anyway, oh my god, people have time. So, yeah, okay, I'm going to have to go back to that. I'm going to have to go back to the magnets. On Amazon Prime, I bought a Child's Play kitchen regularly around 2 to 300. Got it for 85. I seen others use similar for storage and shelving. Wow. Now, that's innovative. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. That's very interesting. I would love to see that in use. I would love to see that in use. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Now, I can say that everything I have in here is storage. Like everything is some sort of storage, but I've mentioned it in a video. I want my bed to be higher. I want my bed to be higher and I want storage to be I someone recommended, someone suggested milk crates and I think I saw a bunch here at this Ralph's. Um so what I'm going to do, God willing, tomorrow I'm going to go and ask. I'm going to go to the dock and see if there's any workers there and ask them cuz I saw them last night when I was pulling out. I'm going to ask them if I can have some or, how that works. But I haven't seen milk crates in so long, but I happened to see some yesterday over there. I watch a lot of true crime because of the censoring of language, the importance of the story kind of gets lost. Exactly. 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 Oh man, I can't imagine what they're going through. I can't imagine some of the things they say now. I can't imagine how the writers have had to I'm so glad you mentioned that. That's funny. I cannot imagine what an episode would sound like. My ex-husband and I used to watch I say him first because I'm not a TV watcher, so he would watch it, and it would be during times where I'm watching it with him. So if I were never married, I wouldn't even know about the show. But we used to watch 48 no. Yeah, first 48. And I was in Minneapolis. I lived in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where I was married at. Baby, they are in first 48 is in Minnesota a lot. Okay, a lot. And growing up there from 1983, yeah, they should be there. Yeah, there's a lot of white on white crime that happens there. But anyway, I can't imagine what shows like that, what the writers, what the scripts look like now. I can't imagine the things that how they have to dance around just talking. Come on now, give me a break. Give me a break. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna so back to the decor. With the milk crates. With the milk crates, I think it would do better if I had a sheet of flat wood, a flat sheet of plywood, because if you saw my full clean out where I cleaned everything out of Le Chateau, I have I have three what are they called, flooring pieces. Um, I forgot what they're called, but I have three of them, and they ended up cracking because when I step back in here, the way I had my bed set up before with the wood pallets, I had them separated, and so there was a space in the middle, and they ended up bending. So I'm thinking about that same type of thing with the milk crates, because I would want the open side up so that I can use it as storage. Like, I think that would be a dope idea. Um, but it would be better with plywood. That way, when I step on it, it's strong enough to where it's not just going to crack and bend down into the open space. And then to access the storage, dig this, I would just lift it up, right? Like, I would just lift up the side of it, because my whole mattress setup, it isn't heavy at all. So I would just lift up the side of it and access the storage, just tilt it up, un- you know, until I get to the point to where I can fully have it built out. So that would help. And even maybe if having that, who knows, every little bit I do, it may make it more comfortable for it being a no build type of situation, because that would give me so much more storage having all of those milk crates. I don't know, I would probably need, I don't know, maybe 9 of them or so. So that would give me a lot of storage for my clothes. I could even possibly get rid of this right here. I could possibly get rid of this where I have my paint and some canvases and just my crafty things I have in there. So I would be able to get rid of that, or if not get rid of it completely, repurpose it. I could repurpose it. I could take the stuff out of there and then repurpose it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it would just be good. I would like to do something different with my pantry. I would love to do something different with this stuff. But for now, like this is perfect. It doesn't move or shift when I drive, but I would like to eventually have something better. So, you know, it's it's more space than I had in the Mercedes mansion. That's for damn sure. If you know what the Mercedes ML 320, what the inside of those look like, you know. But it was comfortable. It was comfortable while it was running. Okay, but once all them oil leaks got real bad, and I was just immobile for 7 months. It was awful. But my brown storage mints, I had that in there on the side. My bed in there was behind the driver's seat, and it was going the length of the SUV, and it was just perfect. So my this was this is I'm 66 inches. It was 67 inches. Yeah, the length was 67 inches, 67 or 68. And so it was perfect. I could stretch out fully, but yeah, it was much more narrow. So this feels like that's why I was like from the mansion to the castle, because this feels so much more spacious, and I love having hanging space for all of my plants. Well, all of my hanging plants. That's really dope for me. How long have you been a carnivore? Does eating that way hurt or help in terms of how much storage you need for food? It doesn't affect me at all because in the mansion for a very short time, I did have a cooler and I was buying ice, and I would buy a couple of days of food. I wasn't doing that long. I wasn't doing that long at all because it wasn't convenient and it wasn't working for me. So I got rid of that whole setup and I just started buying my food as I cooked. And I love being a carnivore now because it's just meat. That's it. No extras. So I just buy my meat and I cook it. I will do my canning again. Um, I gotta do something better for storage of it, but it hasn't affected the way that I eat at all. I absolutely love it. Again, for me, it was a segue from my blood type. I'm an O blood type, which is very heavy red meat. So I was just like, let me just do it. But I love it. I just buy my meat. And I don't know if anyone has seen, but let me show you. So I have this. So sometimes if I buy something and I go to the butcher, if I buy something and it's wrapped in the butcher paper, and let's say I just make half of it, then I have this little bitty fridge right here. I have this little bitty fridge. I keep my butter in here. I love this. So I was lazy one day and I put my butter up front instead of back in here where it goes. And so it started to melt a little bit. But I will put the leftover meat that I have in here, uncooked, uncooked. So if anyone saw when I bought the lamb leg, I cut it in half. I cooked half of it. Excuse me, y'all. I cooked half of it, and the other half I wrapped up and I put in here. If I get some beef brisket, let's say I get, for example, 4 pounds of beef brisket, and I'm going to eat 2 or 2.5 pounds, the rest of it will fit right in here. But on a regular basis, I just buy my meat as I cook it. But this and I stopped drinking soda in 1995, so yeah, I never have cans of anything. But this is my little fridge. And so this is where I store if I have any leftover meat, I put it in here. I like this little thing so much. And it's a Frigidaire. I just have to laugh every time I mention it. I bought a tiny little fridge for my van on Walmart clearance. Haven't used it yet. Was wondering how useful it would be. Well, this here, yeah, I got this from Walmart. It's like I said, I keep my butter in here all the time, and it doesn't melt. And I keep it in the front cab area. I think it's perfect. When I buy feta cheese, I keep that in here as well. So those are my regular items that I keep in here. But as far as my meat and being a carnivore, for my blood type, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. And it doesn't affect, because a couple years ago, yeah, like I said, I decided to stop trying to store food and just buy it the day that I'm gonna cook. It's easier for me. It's much easier for me. It may not that may not work for everybody, but for me, it works because buying that ice, that's just an extra expense that I didn't like. I didn't like that expense anymore of constantly buying ice, and then when it melt, your food, your things, whatever's in there is just floating around in ice water, and it was a hassle. It grew to be a hassle for me very quickly. And I've heard other van lifers who went down that same road and they had the same experience. I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's not worth the hassle. So being carnivore, I think, makes it very easy because I don't have to worry about fruits and vegetables. Hey, sweetie Ann, how's it going? Welcome to Le Chateau. So yeah, it absolutely works for me. Absolutely. I have my water. I have a couple of jugs of water there. I have my 6 gallons of water back here. So it works perfectly. I find that I never need ice. And you know what else? With this little fridge, I feel like I don't feel so limited because I don't want to stockpile meat, right? So I feel freer to buy what I'm gonna buy, and then whatever I have left, I can just put it in my little fridge and cook it the next day, and I'm okay with that. Hey, PT Van Life, what's good? What's up, encouragement videos? Love that name. Yeah, so I think I think you will find it useful. I think you will find this little thing useful. And I'm still like, who is it? Tiny Campers. Tiny Campers channel. He is always, and he's here in California. I did comment and send him a message. Like, I looked at his website, and on his website he says he doesn't build for people, but maybe if I beg, okay? Because I just love his ideas. But he's always getting things and testing out things. So he got a little cooler that I think he got off Amazon. And if I had something like that that could fit right in the middle here, because it's pretty spacious in the middle, that could fit in there, um, I, you know, I'm hesitant to say I would buy more meat because I don't live on the road, meaning I'm not driving constantly. So this isn't on. This isn't on, and it's fine. But I wouldn't put meat in here for like 2 or 3 days, just overnight. So yeah, I think for the way I live and for my lifestyle, it works to just buy my meat as I'm eating it. Chilling by the Hudson River. I know that's right. I get that. Makes sense. I'd probably stockpile if I had a big fridge. Yes, a freezer. Yes, exactly. Exactly. See, now Should I get to the point to where I have a nice build out and I have one of those dual dual fridge freezer type things, then absolutely. Absolutely. I'd have my beef brisket in there, baby. I'd find somewhere that has some lamb ribs because I'm craving lamb ribs. I'd have my lamb ribs in there. I'd have my stuff stockpiled. I definitely would because I cook, right? So how that would work for me if I'm at Laguna Beach, I'm just still talking while I'm in California. If I'm at Laguna Beach somewhere or San Juan Capistrano, I don't want to have to find a store or I don't want to have to just buy meat at a grocery store. I like my butcher, right? And I don't want to have to find another butcher in an area that I don't even know. I don't even know. So I would do that. I would do that. And then, of course, as I'm going from state to state, it's no problem for me to find a butcher or an African market. That's my preference, an African market or an Asian market to get my meat from there, from the butcher. And hell yeah, I'd cut it up, wrap it up, throw it in my freezer. That's where I hope to get to. Not hope to. That's where I will be one day with my van build. But for where I'm at right now, this is how I do it for where I'm at right now. But yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. It's just more convenient and the money I saved when I canned that meat, what did I have? I had over 5 pounds of beef brisket and I had over 3 pounds of beef shoulder, I think. Yeah. So that 8, almost 9 pounds of meat, it lasted me a lot longer than if I would have cooked it day by day. Day by day, it would have only lasted me maybe 3 or 4 days. But having it canned in smaller portions, and some days I would eat 2 cans because, again, I am a carnivore. I only eat animal products, meat, and fat pretty much. So I had 21 or 22 cans and it lasted me about 2 or 3 weeks. So that was amazing. That was amazing. Definitely not going to stop doing that. I just need to figure out storage because they do. And then if I had that fridge, it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem if I had a refrigerator cooler type thing because I would make a cooler side and store my canned meats in there, and then the freezer side, like my lamb ribs, and for the beef brisket that I wanted to keep raw and cook however I wanted to cook it, or maybe throw it on the grill or whatever. That's what's up. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, one thing about living this lifestyle is if you're not already creative and a problem solver and critical thinker, it's going to force you to be. It will force you to be because you know you have to. You This is one thing that I like about the guy Tiny Campers. So he was just doing camper builds. He has a home, but he did his first build out for full time living, and I remember him saying, "There's a big difference." He said because I got to think about where they're going to put their clothes, where they're going to exactly, absolutely everything you have is in here when this is your life, this is your home, this is your transportation. And it forces you to be innovative and a problem solver because you need food, you need your clothes, you need your shoes, you need trash, you need a toilet, you need storage, you know what I mean? You need supplies, you need your utensils, you need all of these things. And then like I got a laptop and most van dwellers have maybe some sort of computer or at least a device and a tablet or whatever. So you need all of these things and they live in here full time with you. And then you want your comforts, like I have 3 ceramic coffee mugs. They're not all like this, but I have 3 coffee mugs, and um 2 of them, that one I just showed you and my owl, they were gifts. So I'm definitely not getting rid of them. I'm not ever going to get rid of them because they were gifts, and I really treasure people who thought about me enough to gift me something. So I'm going to have these things, as far as I'm concerned, until my last breath, unless they get broken. So all these things I need to think about. I need a place for my bowls and things like that. So yeah, if you're not already a thinker, um, a problem solver, you will be. You will be living this lifestyle. I saw a van lifer that uses her freezer just to freeze those bigger cooler cubes. And she rotates them to a regular non-electric cooler wherever she store her food. That way she doesn't have to deal with ice and doesn't need a huge freezer. Doesn't need a huge fridge freezer. Oh, okay. I'd have to see that because just reading it, it seems like excess work. It seems like excess work. I would need to see that. I was looking for, you're talking about the blocks of ice? Yeah. So a couple of people a while ago that I was watching that would do the bags of ice in the cooler, like how I started. They were saying also it would be better with the block of ice. It's hard to find a block of ice. Well, where I'm at, it's hard to find the blocks of ice because I was gonna try that. I was going to try to get a block of ice. And recently I've been thinking, because I really do want to get some meats canned again. I was thinking about getting a cooler and putting using that for my storage for my meats, because even if they're just sitting in ice water, as long as they stay cold or cool, I'm like, it'll be okay. It'll be okay, so I'll just change out the water once it starts getting to that lukewarm status. Because lukewarm is cool to me. But yeah, a block of ice, if I could find that, that would be good for my canned meats. So yeah, there's so much. There's so much that can be done, but that's why I like that guy. Um Pascal, that's his name. His channel is Tiny Campers. His name is Pascal. No, it's those. Oh, okay, okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Hey, Alexandra. What's good? What's good, San Francisco Bay Area? Welcome to the castle in Orange County, SoCal area. I'm in the OC. I'm gonna be moving around too. I'm gonna be moving around just once I get my gas money situation together, because I'm tired of being in Newport Beach. I wish I was where the heat is, but I like it hot. It's not hot to me. It's not hot where I'm at. Let me say that. Cali has a permanent them big industrial fans on high. To me, that's what the wind feels like here. But I love heat, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. And St. Louis, Missouri, to me is I love the humidity. I love the heat, and we don't have any type of wind in St. Louis. St. Louis City. I'm talking about. I'm from actual St. Louis City proper. But I love Arizona. Arizona is my favorite. So I think that should say it all right there. I love Arizona. I love the heat. I love the nighttime 101. I love the heat, the hot heat at night. I love Arizona. I love, love, love that heat. Ugh. So yeah, Cali is nowhere near hot to me. Even the so-called hot places. Would take I love it. Yuck. So there's a guy in Florida that I watch, and I talk after seeing him and hearing him talk about how gross the temperature is, um, and I had to go on my Instagram stories and talk to the people because I said, you know what I'm realizing, but it makes sense because here in the United States of America, North America, there's not a lot of really hot places. I mean, that's hot maybe 2 or 3 seasons of the year. Hot, okay? Real heat. I'm like, people don't really like heat. People don't really like heat. I love heat. I love the heat. I prefer to be hot. For me, my body, it's easier to cool off than it is to warm up. I don't warm up. I My nose get cold, my feet get cold, my hands get cold. I literally feel the inside of my body shaking. I don't like cool air, cool breezes. I'm not a fan or AC person. When I lived in Minnesota, my heat stayed on 80 year round through the summer. Yeah, year round. I kept my thermostat on 80 and I had a space heater. I moved to Arizona with my space heater. People were like, "You moving to Arizona?" I said, "Look here, Wanch, I will move to hell with my space heater. Don't play with me and my space heater. I like to be hot. I love." And so when I got to Arizona, I was like, I think I found my place. But like I said, I had a strong desire to come to Cali for just my own personal reasons and thinking about business and different things and delusions of grandeur based on what I've heard. And it was just all a lot. But anyway, I'm looking forward to getting back to Arizona. That will be my home base. I love the heat. I love the outdoor living. I love the nighttime living. It's just, for me, chef's kiss perfect. Perfect. Like, there's no way I would have all these clothes, all these yucky clothes I got on, and then the different wardrobes you need from morning to whenever the clouds or smog or whatever this is decides to clear up and show the sun. And then once it starts to go down, it gets cool again. I'm not with all that. I'm not with all that. So, yes, I love that Arizona heat. I like the heat. See, Rhonda, you feel me. I moved clear across the country to the top of I don't I can't what is called. See, I don't warm up like that. Someone tried to correct me in my comments, but I know me, right? I know what I'm talking about. I have a low white blood cell count. The white blood cells cannot be reproduced, and that is your immune system, not the red blood cells, right? So, and the bone marrow produces the white blood cell count. So, I get sick very easily, very, very easily, and I stay sick for a long time. And when it comes to cold, I don't do well with cold. I get cold very, 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 very easy. Layers don't help me. I mean, I used to walk around like a mummy in Minneapolis, but I was also sick 8 times a year. Eight. No exaggeration. I was sick 8 times every single year when I lived in Minnesota. And I would be sick the minimum, and I was never just sick for 4 weeks, but a minimum of 4 weeks. I would be sick for months. Couldn't help myself. Like, it was awful, awful. And I was in layers, multiple jackets and a coat multiple gloves, multiple socks, three scarves, because I needed one here, and then one around my. Oh, I no. And like I say, the Cali wind is too cold for me. The Cali breeze is too cold for me. This is more humane. It's not Minnesota, don't get me wrong, but it's just too cold for me. And then coming off that Pacific Ocean, ugh, ugh. And then all the different you got to dress for every season, every day. Ugh, ugh. It is not for me. I look back at my pictures when I was in Arizona. I was like, you just saw skin, 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 skin. That's what I love. I hit the ground hiking. My first day there, I think I went because there's mountains everywhere. You don't have to be in a certain area. Oh, in this area. Oh, if you go there. No, no, everywhere. Even just driving, you got uh shit damn near 360 degrees of mountain views. Just I love it. I will be back there. I used to be like that until menopause hit. Now even 80s is way too. Can I tell y'all, I've been praying for menopause since my early 20s. Since my early 20s, I've been like, menopause me, please. Menopause me, please, because I'm always cold. I'm always cold. Menopause me, please. Since my 20s, okay? Please, menopause. Please let me be one. And then I was doing research in my early 40s. Come to find out, they say apparently they say not every woman experienced the hot flashes. I said, please, God, don't let me be her. Please let me get the hot flash. Please let me be hot. Please, please let me get them hot flashes, please, because I've been cold. I don't like it, and that's why I love Arizona because it's perfect for me. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then them short 2 month winters, baby, it's just enough break from that heat. It's just enough of a break. It's I love it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. My goal is to buy land and that's my goal too, Rhonda. That's my goal too. And yeah, and I want off-grid land. It has gone up. Land in Arizona everywhere, but land in Arizona has gone up in the last year. In the last year, it has gone up. Off grid land that I've been looking, it's gone up. Everything has skyrocketed. We are so opposite. You know, I was married to a West African man and he loved that Minnesota. He loved it. He loved it. After him, the only guy I dated after him was a Nigerian. Also loves it. They're both in Minnesota and they're not leaving. Love it. Absolutely love it. And the Nigerian guy that I dated, when I would go to his place, oh my God, he liked to keep his place cold. He had very plush, very comfortable, and very warm uh, blankets and things that, but oh my God, he liked the atmosphere fucking cold. Yeah, yeah, I seem to like men who like it fucking cold. We're opposite. During the winter, I won't even set my thermostat above 65. Oh my God. I'm cold, but I feel like I can't breathe. I even have to roll the window down. That's what I'm saying. My auntie, the one who raised me in St. Louis, she won't move anywhere else because it's too cold everywhere else, right? But inside of her home, she liked to have that AC blasting. She loves sitting on her couch wrapped in blankets. She love it. She love it. When I moved back home with her, I had to block the vents with pillows. And again, in that St. Louis heat. And if anyone's ever been to St. Louis in the spring and summer, you know St. Louis is hot. Baby, I still had my space heater on. Do you hear me? I bought a space heater. I had every crack and hole covered because I didn't want that cold ass air that my auntie had and the rest of the house getting in my room. Mm-mm. She didn't even want it. She never even came in my room. She would come knock on my door when we would smoke together. She would come knock to my door. You want to come hit this blunt? She was like, oh, if she opened the door, she'd be like, oh, girl, how you sitting in here? I love it hot. I love it hot. I'm telling you, I realized that Americans don't like heat. That realization came to me just a few days ago watching the guy whose channel I watch in Florida. He talks about a lot of real estate stuff, but yeah, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm definitely I'm accustomed to being the odd one. I'm accustomed to being either the only one or one of very, very, very few. I'm very accustomed to that. So I can't function in the cold. Can't function at all. Can't function at all. People, you know how people say they get angry when it's too hot? That's me when it's cold. Just angry for no reason. Like I'm happy. Everything is great. Life is great. I love me. I fucks with me heavy. Maybe if it's cold, it's just pure attitude. Just pure attitude. Like it has no business being this damn cold. Like, why is it so cold? That's me, whole attitude. It just can't function at all. I think I'd want a home base in AZ, but would probably spend the majority of the year in the Pacific Northwest. Okay. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I definitely wouldn't go near the Pacific Northwest. I got to get out now. All right. Have a great evening. Still I ride. Yeah, I love it hot. So, and you know what, too? When I was in Arizona, it was so easy for me to find a mechanic. So I feel as though being in Arizona, I wouldn't have a problem getting help with my build out. I don't think have a problem getting help with my, and plus, I still know people there. I was everywhere, I was all over Arizona. So I know people there. I have people there that I still communicate with on one of my Instagram pages that are like, we need to see each other very soon, you know. So I created some good relationships and some lasting relationships there. So once I get there, and they're fascinated too. Like that's where I became a mobile dweller, but it was still pretty low key, and I was in a '97 Honda Accord, so it wasn't anything like this. And then again, it got stolen a year later, but they're fascinated though by my lifestyle and how I live. So they would be very intrigued to see it in person. And like I said, with the connections that I've made and the people that I know, getting this built out once I get back to Arizona, it'll be easy breezy. Easy breezy. I'm cracking up. My family would get mean with one another after really would be off for 10 days. And the humid heat, we get hateful to each other with electric. And those would be my favorites. Those would be my favorites. Man, because stuff like that, you know, it typically hurricane season is in spring and summer. Uh, Great days. We love each other again. Right, right. See, that's how Minnesota is. Wintertime, any business you go into, they got the heat. I guess it's the heat, but they got the shit on 62 degrees, 65 degrees. I'm like, it's negative 30 outside. Are you serious? It's 30, and that don't translate well to me. It's 30 below zero outside. Coming here and you got this cold 62-degree air blowing. They call it at 62 degrees. That's not a heat. That's not a thermostat. Like that's the AC. And they had their sleeves pulled up and shit. Baby, no. No. I like to stay, I feel like God knows best. I like to stay around my body temperature. My body temperature is 98 degrees. I like my external temperature to be close to that. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I like my body temperature to be close. I like the external temperature to be close to my body temperature. It just feels better for me. I like for my skin to be exposed and it doesn't feel any certain type of way. It just feels like normal skin. It's not any coolness. Oh man. Hopefully, hopefully if it's in God's will, I will find my life partner in Arizona because here's the thing, I've never heard anybody complain about heat in Arizona. When I lived there, I never and there's a lot. I was fortunate enough to meet a lot of natives when I first moved there. Because when I first got there, I was just, I think I was going off autopilot because I uprooted my life so abruptly. I just was automatically going to do the same thing, open up another salon and do that. But I was like, I don't want to do that. That's not my life. I hate that. I'm not going to do that again. So I met a lot of natives just conducting business like that. And I think it was beautiful for me because I got to see how friendly native Arizonans who've never lived anywhere else but Arizona, born and raised there. It's they're very, very lovely people. And I've never heard anybody complain about the heat in Arizona. Never. Never. And like I say, I was everywhere. I was everywhere. And I never once heard anyone complain about the heat. I thought that was dope. So hopefully I find my life partner in Arizona. That way I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. I know we both love the heat. We both love to be active. We both love to hike. We both love to, hit that river, go camping, yada, yada, yada. What's up, Christina? Well, hey, go on, hit that subscribe button, girl. That's God trying to tell you something. Come on, come on, come on over here to my creative nomad life. The water is fine. The water is just fine. So that's what I'm hoping. Coming to Idaho, the peeps here freak out when they get their few weeks of hot weather. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't know heat, right? And see, it's the few weeks where you lost me. It's the few weeks because Arizona got a few weeks of cold weather. Phoenix, a few weeks of them little 40 degrees. I can do that. I can deal with that. No problem. No problem. And like I say, I won't have a problem finding somebody to get this built out for me. I won't have a problem at all. It will be easy breezy. Easy breezy. I know that. And hopefully, here's why. Unless Pascal decides to help me out and go ahead and allow me to be a client because he has very innovative ideas. So I like his ideas. I'm in, but I gotta go for now. All right, you have a blessed evening too. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's got a lot of innovative ideas. So, but anybody. I also, um, I'm not sure about this picnic. Well, I definitely want to keep my picnic basket. It will come in handy. But my wicker basket that I have up front, I don't know. And I also need to get, like I've said before, I need to get my passenger seat taken out. I got to get this taken out. I have to get this taken out. Yeah, because that'll give me a lot of space. Some people gave me ideas too about what I could do with my plants. Now, here's the thing, someone mentioned Velcro. When I was in Arizona, I tried some Velcro things. When I was in the mansion, I tried Velcro things. And what did I got the Gorilla, the Gorilla brand Velcro. Nothing stuck. Nothing stuck. The outside, because the outside gets so hot and it comes through. Yeah, Velcro didn't stick to anything. It seems like it would just melt and come right up. So I don't know if I'm able to figure out something for my plants, because I got all those plants up front and they're growing. They are growing very, very nicely. Oh my God, they're getting so big. They look so beautiful. And my pink butterfly Sangonium, oh my God, she's getting so big and pretty and vibrant. So, and I don't want to put her in here with the other ones because I don't want to crowd them out. Do you watch Rowan? No. She does a lot of easy no build things that are interesting. What's the name of her channel? Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I- I've been through several different things. Like I've done the containers with the drawers. I've done that. Um, I did a lot of stuff before it got here. Rowan, is that the name? Is that the name of her channel? She's so sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, what's the name of her channel? Does anybody know? Because I'm always looking for ideas. That's what I like about tiny campers. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. I'm gonna look it up now. I didn't turn my laptop on, but I have this other little phone. Let's see. Okay, just Rowan. Oh, see, she's in a Ford Econoline. I tried to over the years, I've tried to look at and get inspiration from people in Ford Econolines. I just don't have the space that they have. I don't have the space that they have. I don't have the walls that they have. It's difficult for me to mimic what they have because I just don't have the space that they have at all. Um, a, a minivan isn't even close to a 40 counter line. Isn't even close. Even just having these two vent windows back here, yeah, I really don't have any walls. And then I got these sliding doors. Yeah, yeah. See that maybe down here. That's also why I want to take out this round piece. Let me show you here. I want to take these out. On the other side, it's I think the jack and something else. But on this side, it's just empty. And you see how wide that is? Like that's a lot of space. And in there, it's just hollow. It's just hollow. It's empty. So that is space that I could use. She just got that van recently. because she had to put her smaller vehicle in storage on the other coast. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. It's just tough to recreate. Yeah, this is a video from 13 hours ago. That is cute. I like those fairy lights. Full van tour 2010 40 kind of line. Oh, that lamp is so cute. Yeah, see, I don't have. That's another reason why I like to try and take inspiration from Pascal on Tiny Campers, because he does Toyota Siennas, and he does things that are more along the lines of this here. She does DoorDash and stuff. So she says she will use her smaller vehicle for oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. See, being in something like this, see, so that's one of my sliding doors, and then that right there. So this side is the side that has the jack. There's a little opening back there, and so that's where the jack is and stuff like that. But it's just, yeah. And then also with having my plants, they need the light. They need the light, so I don't want to cover. And plus, these are sliding doors, so I really can't cover them and make them unusable because I use them. Like when I fill up my shower, I just showered yesterday. Uh, woo woo. So I put my shower tank here on my bed, and I fill it up right here on my bed. When I go to fill it up. So yeah, yeah. There's that. Okay, okay, okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. 'Cause like I say, whoever, I don't remember who it was that gave me the milk crate idea for my bed. I like that idea. I like that. That will give me tons of storage in each milk crate. I do love that idea. And then I'll just get a sheet of plywood to put over it. I love that idea. Hmm. So that'll help out a lot too. I mean, I like what I like about the no build, and also I need to get plywood on the floor to cover up these big holes where the seats were. Um, but I like having all my fabrics and just the different textures, and I I wanted I like the whole hippie vibe that I got going on. Besides, I don't know, I just think things kind of being in disarray takes away from my hippie vibe. I'm a plant girl too. I have 8 plants. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yep, I have 9 of them. Have you showed your shower tank and how you shower? I don't think I've seen that. I did. I have a recent video out, um and I keep it up here, but I do have a couple of videos of how I shower. But let's see. 3 weeks ago was the last time I had an actual shower. I mean, before yesterday. Vanlife luxury shower day. And that little thumbnail is me putting my shower tank on top of Le Chateau. So I got that one, and then I have going back to the beginning of my channel. There's one that I believe it shows me setting up my shower. Yeah, 8 months ago. So that thumbnail, so that there, that blue thing, that's my shower tent. So that's what I stand inside of and shower. I put my shower tank up here, and then the hose that has a shower hose, I bring that down and put it inside of my tent. Yeah. And then I think I did a short a couple of days ago as well, or yesterday or whenever. But I keep them up front. I keep my shower. I'll show you right quick. I'll have to get out to actually for you to see it, but so that right there, that blue thing, that's my shower tent, and then in between that and my seat is where I keep my shower tank and my shower shoes. And there are my other. See, look, she's gotten so big and Berkey and Pilea. So yeah, that's where I keep it. And there's a gas station up the street that I love, and they have free air and water. But the water, let me tell you, the water is good. Good. It is very, very clean. That's where I get my drinking water from, and for my 6 gallons here. Oh, that's great. I'm taking notes for when I get my van. I like the shower setup. Thank you. I love it. 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 And my shower tank, it's a 6.6 gallons, 25 liters. And like I said earlier, I fill it up to the tip top, and it's solar heated. So yesterday when I took my shower, I listened to that God voice inside of me, and it was kind of cloudy. It was in the morning, but I felt the warmth of the sun. And so God just kept saying, put it up there. So I put my shower tank up there. Um, I did my workout, um, got my video together after my workout. I think it was probably maybe an hour and a half or so. And I was able to take a warm shower. And by the time I finished, the water was hot. Okay. It was so good. It was so good. Because the water, when I put it in there, is cold water. So yeah, it is solar heated, and I love it. It even has a temperature thing on there, but I didn't look at that, you know? Does having plants in the van help or hurt condensation issues? It helps the air. I think the condensation is going to happen just from me being in here and breathing when it's cold. But before I got all my plants, when I was in the mansion, to I don't even know when. It's just like getting over a heartbreak, right? It's just you wake up one day and it doesn't hurt anymore. It was one day I happened to notice I wasn't stuffy. My nose wasn't dry. Because every plant that I get and that I have, they are specific air purifying, air cleansing plants. They're beautiful, but one of the things that they do, they're air purifying. So the air in here is very nice, very easy to breathe. And in weather like right now, I don't have any condensation. Yeah, except for like overnight, because Cali's kind of cool overnight. So my front windshield where I have my sun visor, some mornings that'll be that it'll be there'll be condensation on that window. But in the winter, back here, um, it's not too bad. It's mostly just the front windshield. Yeah, it's mostly just the front windshield. Back here, now that I think about it, it's not too bad. But the air quality in here is excellent. That I know for sure. And that's why I got them. I mean, let me not say that's why I got them. Plants are non-negotiable for me, but they do help the air. They do help the air. I've been looking at shuttle buses. Ah, everything is so expensive now. It is. It is. It really is. Um, this here, this here was 64, 6,400. But this was a total gift from God. A total gift from God. It had just gotten to California. It was one owner, North Carolina. It's a North Carolina vehicle. They took exceptional care of it, and they were snowbirds. It's a 2004, and it only had 60,096 miles on it. And they only drove it when they went to wherever they went to. All the records. I have all the records, all the maintenance records. So even looking at the mileage, they were complete true snowbirds. They never drove this car for anything other than their travels. Once a year, it looked like. It looked like it was just once a year. So yeah, this God gifted me this for sure, for sure. $6,500, like I'm rounding up now. $6,500 for 60,000 miles, a clean, and it was clean, baby. Clean 2004. And all the research I've done and people that I've talked to who actually had one of these, they were like, it's going to last you forever. It's going to last you forever. That was wonderful. And it had just gotten to California. I got this August 4th. Um, it got here, it got here, I think May or June. Yeah, I don't remember. I bought a '02 Dodge Grand Caravan with 145,000 miles and paid 1,500. But I'm thinking I'll have to spend a grand or two getting it to where I want it to be. Oh, okay. Okay. See, now if I had a grand with the stowaway seats and I'd have all that extra space from taking this, because this is a SXT. SXT. I always say X, the French way. Because if you know, you know I'm learning French. So, but yes, um, yeah, that stowaway, that extra, what is it, 10 inches or whatever, more prime real estate. No stowaway in mine either. No, mine doesn't have any stowaway either. I was just able to take the seats out. I don't think this brand, the SXT, I don't think this one had stowaway seat. I know the Grand. Oh, but you have a Grand? Oh, you did say you have a Grand. Oh, okay. So the O2. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I assumed all of the Grands had the stowaway seats, the stow and go. Okay. Because you know what? You know what, Pascal from the Tiny Home, the Tiny Campers channel, he put a shower back there. He put a shower because I guess there's a hole already there. I don't think he had to drill it bigger, but he made a little basin, um, and put put the drain wherever that big hole was, and just, put plastic and just did everything he needed to do. And yeah, he made that the shower. But you can also, cover it and different things like that when the shower isn't in use. But I thought that was genius. I thought that was genius. Yeah, Tiny Campers is the name of his channel. I thought that was brilliant. Brilliant. But yeah, I don't have that. I would love to have or create some way that I could, and he had one of these little stools that I showed earlier. He had one of these that he unfolded and sat on that. So it was a sitting situation. Sit on that, and he had some kind of pump system. Turn the water on, do your thing. I would love that. I would love that, to be able to shower inside of here. That would be a total game changer. A total game changer. Then I could go full on, full on with my workouts, because I miss that sweat. I have to. That's why I do my kettlebell, because them kettlebells, boy, don't play. They are very, very effective. So, but because it's not feasible for me to take an outdoor shower with my setup every single day. That's just not feasible for me. Being where I'm at right now in Arizona, absolutely, absolutely, I could every single day, because the sun is out and vibrant and hot every single day. So that wouldn't be an issue. Here in SoCal, not so much, not so much for me. So yeah, I gotta take it easy. I gotta do effective and short workouts for now. So that's dope. But if I can figure out, or somebody that does the build can figure out how to get me an indoor shower in here, a sitting situation, game over. Game over. Because that's what I want. And I think I have the space too, especially once I get this seat out. I definitely think I have the space. And I would be okay with moving my bed behind one of my, moving it. For right now, with having my seat in here, I think this is the smartest way to have my bed going across both doors. But once this passenger seat comes out, yeah, I can move my bed to wherever. hmm I would prefer to have my bed in the back, and that's why I really need to take out this these two big protruding spaces, because with them being there, my bed doesn't fit. I don't fit. But once those two come out, then that'll give me this same amount of space that I have here, approximately. A little bit less. But either way, I would like for my bed to be in the back, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I really want to do something different. I really want to do something different and get it up higher, for sure. So if I can, once I'm able to get that done, I think I'll be set. I really think I'll be set, because being in a sliding door minivan with these windows that I have, that automatically eliminates my wall space and cabinetry, you know, which is why I opted to make sure that every single thing is storage. I'm trying to decide whether to take my front passenger seat out. That's I, in when I was in the mansion, I took it out immediately. I had to. It's just it wasn't big enough. But considering I don't have any pets and I won't ever have a pet in here, um I don't need the front seat. I don't need the front seat. And if it's in God's will that I have a life partner, then I would prefer for us to get something specifically for us, you know? Even if yeah, I would prefer for us to get something that's for us. I wouldn't want to move in unless he had something that was already built out for two and big enough for two and something like that. Then I would get rid of this, but I definitely don't want us to move in. That's not an option. That's not an option. Uh, he couldn't move in here, and I wouldn't want to move in with him unless that was the case, because it wouldn't make sense if he has something that's already like if he thought I want something because I want my life partner, so I want something and I'm gonna make it for two, just putting it out there that hey, I got space for her, then I would do that. Otherwise, I would want us to get something for us and we just sell this. I worry I'll do it and one day end up needing to give someone a ride. Yeah, because I think you said you have family and things. Like I don't have any of that. I don't need a passenger vehicle. I always know I won't ever need to give anybody a ride. Ah, yeah, I won't need to do that. And you know what? So when I was in the mansion, one of a follower that I have on one of my Instagram pages, and he makes crowns. I bought a crown from him that I miss. It quickly expanded and got too big for my head. I still have it, but anyway, he came here to Cali, and I went to meet up with him, and we had to. He had to ride with me while we went to a couple places, and my front passenger seat was out, so he had to sit on my bed. He had to sit on my bed and that's how we worked that out. Yeah, yeah, that was interesting. It was a different layout though, so I don't know. Not I guess, but it didn't seem so awkward. It didn't seem as awkward as it would be in here. Because with my bed being behind my driver's seat in the mansion, and then I have back doors, he could climb in the back door, the passenger side back door, without actually stepping on my bed. You know what I mean? Like now, nobody can get in here without stepping on my bed, and that's just not an option. Shoot, if I meet someone, he better have his own space. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But I I'm not into shacking up and things like that. But he would also definitely need to be, already in this lifestyle or thinking about it or something like that. Because I'm not going back to traditional living. I'm not going back to traditional living at all. I'll be damned if I ever pay rent or mortgage. I'll be damned. I'm not ever doing that again. But if he had, like in one of my videos, in one of my couple of videos ago, when I showed, did you guys see that van? It was like a green van parked over here at the library, something like that, that was set up for two, or even maybe bigger, that was already set up for two. Yeah, hell yeah. And if it's nice and already set up, oh yes, I would definitely let's sell this. We don't need two vehicles because why? Why? It's once it gets to that point, I'm not talking about off the rip, But once it gets to that point that we decide we want to combine our lives as one, absolutely. Cause yeah, I'm with you. You can't move in here. This isn't even. It's not even set up for two. This isn't even set up for two. This is just set up for one. It's only set up for one. Like this whole thing, half of it would need to be a damn bed if it was set up for two, because we both can't sleep on this. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's not gonna happen. This is less than a twin right here. This is a this is a toddler. This is a toddler bed right here. It's a toddler bed. Okay, this is a toddler bed right here. My clients two toddlers bed is like this. Shit. Once I get everything aligned, I'm hoping to not pay rent again. I hate having a landlord, and I certainly don't want to own a house. I'd rather use most of the space. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's just not. It's never been my thing. It's never been my thing from even young. I want to buy my land, put a damn yurt on it, or build something off the from the natural um, supplies around. I would preferably I would like to build something out of clay. Yeah, preferably it would be somewhere with clay, and I could use clay to build it. And I saw this woman. I forgot the name of the channel. It was about a year ago. And she had a beautiful story. She had a son. Um, I don't remember what her situation was, if she was divorced or whatever, but she had very, very, very a very humble start before she got there. And so she built her little home over time and then used glass, like different colored glass, to build in it for to make her own little stained glass. And people in the area helped, and it was just really, really beautiful, really beautiful. And then I think she's just building up, buying more land, and building different other little homes for income for vacationers and different things like that. I'd get one of those garages, could pull up in and have an apartment type setup inside. Yeah, yeah. It's 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 just too easy if you're able to think and problem solve. It's just too easy to create your own shelter. Like I've said before, we live in a corporation on land. All right. We live in a corporation on land that is for sale. And it's just too easy to figure out how to create our own shelter, our own everything. Utilities are free, between solar and wood for fire, and propane, and just all these different things. There's just really no need for someone like me. I don't need electricity. I don't need electricity for me personally. That's why I don't want it in here. Because I don't want the electrical issues. I don't want any hassle. I really want hassle free living for me. I want my hassle free tiny living. That's what I want. That is what I prefer, you know? Especially being a single woman. Now, once I have my life partner, I already know he will be handy and we can do things together. And so I'm all for that. I would love that. I would love, love, love to me and my man, we're building things. I'm helping him, and just, we did it. I'm definitely for that. I knew a guy in Oklahoma that built his home with straw bales. I've yes, yes. I've I want to say I've seen something like that on YouTube. The family that builds sandbags, I'm telling you. When I tell y'all it feels good to not be with somebody drilling holes in my ship, I'm telling y'all it feels good. Um, I don't know what it feels like to be with somebody that paddles and rows with you. I don't know what that feels like. Uh, but I imagine it feels good. And so that's the feeling that I always conjure up when I think about my future life partner. That's what I think about. Somebody that is speaking life into me the way I speak life into him, and that is rowing with me and not drilling holes in my ship. So I look forward to that. I definitely look forward to that because two can accomplish a hell of a lot more when they're working together and on the same accord than one can. That's for sure. Um, that's for sure. That's for sure. And I'm gonna be honest. Uh, every time I hear in the entrepreneur space, the saying being used, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I disagree with that in the entrepreneur space. I think that saying had to come from the criminal world. And I'm being dead ass. Because in the entrepreneur space, a solopreneur, I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough. But I just don't even the go fast part because there's so much of a singular learning curve that the solopreneur has to overcome, has to come to and then overcome. And so, yeah, I don't know about that. I just know that a chain with more than one link is a chain for one. A link is just a link. You know what I'm saying? So once you link up, then you got something going there. So that's what I know. But anyway, um, thank you guys so much for tuning in with this live. I'm gonna tap out and tap up off here now. Make sure y'all watch my most recent videos. I appreciate it. And thank you for those who comment on my fitness because fitness is a huge part of my life. So that will be my workouts will be in my videos because I'm recognizing that people need to see that. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Friday Night Live. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the comments. Peace, y'all.